tried some reforms. The reforms did not succeed. I saw Ghana water sinking. The same public service machinery is used to fight good initiatives aimed at helping the system. And when it gets there, with the greatest respect, when a man does not have all the support, he often gives up. So it is not enough to talk about corruption, but we must look at a collective approach.
It is for me, Aquaba Eddie Eva, a channel, so not only say, in summer a chago, and I did every one casa would say intro no, now say Naira Afenyo Markins, and or casa or the insembi ego. Now I'm already subscribing to the channel. Now I hit you on the notification bell, send a bear getting 71. And temporal so now one so one son. To me, I can be, and I'll pay and I'm media bro. And you said, Afenyo Markins Wakasana, a den and a Afenyo. Now, you are a train own say you're a state of the nation address a sooner 96. So we are heading towards a 3 days. Now, your boy area sit march and one instance, baby, ever cost you the bro. I see. Now, we and Afenyo Markins a car and Sembi. Bra now when a bit you know, he said somebody it is not enough to talk about corruption. We must act collectively to fight it. Minority leader where in some Afenyo Markins or Afenyo Markins are now try NDC for no or no in Sembi Eddie Egu as I say he is in line with John Dramani Mahama. Why U10 Afenyo Markins are U10 ama woni to mama ba befa adwin ama befa ayankofa bia yankaza kwa yedwun ayenti ase me hwe se me on your screen no me hwe na we hu abrante papa ya me kan no answer ono MP edi ema efutu ono anso no say minority leader ema the NPP no or no and all try go screen this on way any around 10 American ones honorable Afenyo Markins or no new phone and o share a screen is fair kama say or no asem and me babe try amount and then pay and mama yembo era in same no and casa emo. The minority leader Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Markin has stressed the need for the fight against corruption to move from mere discussions to collective actions. Speaking at the 5th annual Constitution Day public lectures on Friday, February 28, 2025, he pointed out that the cultural factors that makes political leaders in the country vulnerable to corruption. The demands of the office may cause a politician to find ways to survive or seek resources to meet certain expectations. As part of our culture, don't we make ourselves vulnerable by what we say? When as a Messiah Afenyo Markins or Bisa now joining to SM to SA. Also, the demands of the office may cause a politician to find ways to survive or seek resources to meet certain expectations. As part of our culture, don't we make ourselves vulnerable by what we say? Our cultural lifestyle and how we relate to ourselves make the leader very vulnerable in trying to meet expectations. If you don't have the resource, you may end up acting wrongly, he stated. The member of parliament of Efutu emphasized the need for civil society to play an active role in holding the political class accountable. I encourage discussions by civil society aimed at cracking the whip on the political class. I am one politician who believes if you leave us close with power, we may leave the room with empty coffers, he indicated. He pointed out that corruption is not limited to politicians, but extends to business and civil society organizations, which sometimes prioritize their interests over the broader fight against corruption. We a year in Accra, me kind FIRA Alexander Afenyo Markins na bese yenko na yekoti onokasa ne nom ensem se na osi eka asem no efaye.
I chaired Ghana Water Board. I tried some reforms. The reforms did not succeed. I saw Ghana Water sinking. The same public service machinery is used to fight good initiatives aimed at helping the system. And when it gets there, with the greatest respect, when a man does not have all the support, he often gives up. So it is not enough to talk about corruption, but we must look at a collective approach on how to deal with it. Because all of us, a lot of civil society organizations have their interests. So we talk about cantonment, looting. But if you go there, you see Turkish, you see Americans, you see British, you see foreign nationals mounting high-rise buildings. Is it that if you are a foreigner, there's nothing like a corruption tag? But if you are Ghanaian, you would have to answer questions. So people then end up getting their own alter egos, hide behind them, and then find a way to say that, oh, it is an Indian business. Oh, if that is so, then OSP will not come after you because the owner is a foreigner. So, ladies and gentlemen, gathered here in this room, I've heard Professor SUBCRIBE reviewing Kisi Japan's piece. The laws are just not enough. It is our collective will, in my humble view. And in the process, as citizens, we must not ever give up. Because giving up would mean to lead us to a failed state. That cannot help us as a nation. Let us continue to crack the whip. Let us continue to be hard on the political class. But at the same time, other actors in that chain of corruption. Because if you leave the other actors and over-focus on the political class, dealing with the canker will still remain a big headache on our heads as a country.
Yera Afenyo Markins or Shui Ego Wasa Utie. Because Afenyo Markins is in support of John Dramani Mahama to fight corruption. We are Sambia Yera Afenyo Markins and Rababe to you. Message comment section. Hit the notification bells near saying 721 in comparison to 1 etimi akabi aha and every map on selling in the city.